All right, we're going to kick things off with all the big DC news. So luckily, Timur here is our resident DC expert. Tam, what were the big takeaways from this year's show?
There was a lot. So they had a DC/Warner Brothers panel, and like I said, there was a lot in there, so I'm going to channel the Speed Force to get through this quickly. The first thing that they showed was the debut trailer for Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman!
Which was excellent. I don't know if you guys saw it. I'm assuming you did.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
What did you think of it?
The action scenes looked like they were as intense as Batman v Superman, but didn't have Superman in it, so they were good.
A1.
Oh no, I really like the look of it. Because I thought when I was watching Batman vs Superman, Wonder Woman was one of the redeeming qualities of that movie, and I was excited to see what they would do. And I thought Gal Gadot was a great Wonder Woman, so I'm really excited also to get Chris Pine. Get him out of the Enterprise. Get him in a different franchise.
Yeah, I really liked it, and what I noticed was it kind of what made her memorable as a character in Batman vs Superman was also kind of what made the trailer for Wonder Woman quite memorable. The badass Wonder Woman character, like she did a lot of punching dudes, and she did it really well. She did like a no scope 420 in the air at one point with a bow and arrow, and I was like, COD player, definitely. And like there was like a heart to it as well. Like she met Chris Pine's character, and their relationship is going to be a key part of the the movie going forward. Humor, color. It was like the first trailer that kind of like denoted a shift in kind of tone and style for the DC movies.
They're moving away from the darkness, from the bit kind of po-faced.
Yeah, I don't know. World War One is still pretty dark.
Yeah, but into like the Marvel, stuff's going on, it's all really bad, but we're gonna have a little quip here and there.
Yeah, I like the last line where she helped the secretary be a little more woke.
Oh yeah.
What is a secretary?
I go where he tells me to go and I do what he tells me to do.
Oh, well, where I'm from, that's called slavery.
I really like her.
Fantastic. Ladies, after you.
I do. I like.
So more of that kind of shift in tone we got to see in the Justice League trailer.
Yes.
So finally, the squad is together. No, I shouldn't call them the squad.
Because, I mean,
the league.
Conflicting DC.
The League is being put together. Batman is continuing his efforts to, assemble the greatest superhero group in DC's universe. I keep
Superman
adding, other, franchises into this. The Guardians. Oh, my God. So what did you think of that trailer? I as a huge fan of the Justice League, it made me very, very happy to see these characters come together, and the dynamic seems to be one we're familiar with. It kind of reminded me of the one I'd read in comics, or even like in the animated series. You get like carefree but also kind of a bit vulnerable Flash. You get Batman and Wonder Woman's dynamic. It seems it's a little lighter. It's not like the one they had with between Batman and Superman in the movie, which was just
Can we talk a little bit about Aquaman?
Yes.
My days.
I think because everyone's made so much fun of him, are they throwing it that much further into the other end? Like, he's been made fun of for years. Let's make him the most badass thing about the whole trailer.
So badass. He was unbelievable. I thought Flash as well. Clearly the comedic chops of the squad, League. Can't say squad because it's Suicide Squad. But that was fun. And again, it's like doing the Marvel thing, quip, every 10 seconds or so. But I
don't think it's going to be as much like Marvel is, because Marvel, they build their a lot more around comedy. I think this is going to be like the little personality shining through, and Aquaman seems to be he's always his issue is that he has to balance his kind of allegiance and responsibility to the land above versus his own kingdom, and I think that's key to what his angst is about. I think if there's going to be any angst in the movie, it's going to be mainly focused around him, which I'm okay with. Also him standing in front of the wave while it's just like crashing into him was a bit much.
One thing I didn't like though is how in the trailer everyone kind of got their little introduction and some bands, and then Cyborg's just like, I'm here.
And Cyborg was there too.
Yeah, I just hope that doesn't reflect on how his character's going to be in the movie. Like, give Cyborg some shine, man.
Yeah, he's key to that the League in terms of getting stuff done. Like, he can open portals, and he's basically the information guy, but he's also very, very important to as a powerhouse. So I hope they give him equal amount of attention. The next one we got to see was Suicide Squad, which is out in a couple weeks. I am continuing to be surprised at how much I'm excited about it. It seems like I think they're trying to position it as the big movie that the kind of really, really pivots on what DC and Warner's movies are going to be like. So we had Batman vs Superman, and people are like, man, this is a bit boring and it's a bit too angsty.
A bit.
I'm a bit of an apologist for those movies. But I think this is the start of them saying like, we can do fun movies too. Look at all the color. We've got
What's
Skrillex.
up, fellow kids?
Yeah, check out our Rick Ross song. But yeah, you guys I know a lot of people that are like, I'm done now with DC. I'm full Marvel. Are you guys being drawn back into? I very much am being drawn back into it by the Suicide Squad stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted something that's a bit more fun, especially after like the biggest thing was The Dark Knight previously. Bit of a palate cleanser in the way of Suicide Squad would be good, and it had some really good music in that trailer. 21 Pilots.
Yeah,
I will see Suicide Squad. I'm not like jumping up and down to see it. I think it has the potential to be good, and I hope it is good. I'm at the point now where I've just been so oversaturated by the marketing. I'm just like, oh, it's another Suicide Squad trailer. Like, it's a character trailer, another trailer. I'm just like, I'm done now. I just want to see it. Okay.
I'd rather take the here's a character, like constantly seeing pictures of characters than them really digging into like, this is the story, because I hate it when trailers do that, especially for superheroes movies, because traditionally they're not overly complex. So like, just keep it brief. Just show me the characters, move on. I'm alright with that.
So coming out of Comic-Con, how do we think DC's looking?
I think they're looking a lot better than they did before and after Batman vs Superman and all the other Superman movies. I think it shows that someone there is listening and understands what they need to do to change, and someone there is also looking at Marvel and being like, they seem to have this nailed down, maybe we should borrow it. I think someone's reining in Zack Snyder as well and being like, you aren't as good as you think you are, relax. And getting some other people in and reshoots and giving more money for that stuff it's encouraging. I'm more encouraged now than I have been before.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. Like you said, they're taking lessons from Marvel. They've realized that the dark, gritty stuff isn't going to last forever, that people are going to get bored of that. And I imagine that's probably half the reason why Suicide Squad got the green light. They were like, okay, let's at least try something silly, something fun, something a bit wild. So hopefully if that pays off, we'll see more cool, different stuff from DC, because they've got the back catalogue of interesting characters.
Yeah. They have some of my favourite.
Yeah, they've just never been brave enough to explore them. So hopefully now they will be.
Booster Gold movie.
Don't know who that is.
I don't know if you do.